I mean, just a little bit of deja vu in terms of, you got to finish your chances. You finish your chances, you win games. We had chances, obviously, to put the game away in the first half. We didn't score. We didn't put the game away in the first half. You let them hang around, then they almost catch us at the very end. So, you can't, you work and you train towards playing with a rhythm, being able to put pressure on the other team, maintaining possession of the ball, creating chances. We did all that, and we continue to work on our finishing and all of that. But the opportunities are there, and we need one to go in, and we didn't finish it today, and that's why we're standing here with a tie.
Do you feel like guys are pressing to score that? In a game like that?
I don't know if you're pressing to score a goal. I mean, you want to score a goal. I mean, if pressing would be if guys are taking shots from ridiculous angles, or or trying, stupid things. I mean, the shots that we're getting, a breakaway, across the goal mouth pass, those kind of opportunities. Those are good opportunities. You just got to finish them.
You think if you have a natural forward playing in the front line that they make a difference today in terms of finishing?
I mean, they're all soccer players, so they should all finish. Yeah, and if you had a natural forward there, maybe if he gets that opportunity, maybe his quality's better. That's why guys start and other guys don't. The guys right now today, it was Nagel and Zakawani, and it was their opportunity to try and finish something. And so the next time we got to see. Obviously we got to find somebody who can finish consistently, and and at the same time supply us as well the work rate that we need. Because the work rate was good, and part of the opportunities that get created were because of the work rate. Lamar making those inside-out runs, getting the ball, getting at them. That's what creates those opportunities, and so we need the work rate and the quality.
We feel like that was the only piece of the puzzle missing tonight was the finishing.
For the first 70 minutes, yeah, for sure. I thought in the last 15 minutes we lost the plot a little bit. Shawry was really fatigued. That's why I had to take him out, but it disrupted our rhythm a little bit of our play, and they came into the game a little bit when they switched to a 4-4-2, and that's probably a time point in the game when you say maybe we were pressing a bit, looking for that goal, and maybe guys now we're starting to think, oh geez, it's not going to come, and put some pressure on themselves. But for the first 70 minutes, I thought it was okay.
Looks like Eddie was being tested a little bit before the game. Was he close? A close call?
No, just trying to get him healthy and fit.
What do you think of Lamar's play?
The Lamar was all right. Needs to maybe get a few more looks himself onto goal. It's just little things like the cross at the end where Lamar's header, where the cross is just a little high. If Kasky hits that cross, it ends up being a foot lower, Lamar can step in and bury that ball into the back of the net. So he put himself in a good position. But then the quality service was a little bit high on that. But I thought Lamar, did what I asked him to do. He stayed high. He occupied the back two. He made runs in behind the defense. He won his duel with A.J. Soares in terms of the aerial duel and things like that, which we felt he could. And, the only thing, again, no goals.
Were you happy with the chances that Lamar created for others?
Yeah, I was happy. I was happy with how he played. I thought he put in a good shift.
Steve historically doesn't seem like he's not a guy that necessarily has struggled to score, but he, at least in the last few games, he seems like he's really struggling in front of goal. Do you think that's in his head, or do you think that's just a?
I don't know. I know that's a question you need to ask him. I thought he was in the Santos game was the guy who was most closely involved with the majority of our chances. And so that's why I decided to give him another game there, and hopefully a little more relaxed, understanding what we want. And I thought he did an even better job this game, through especially the first 45, staying higher, being more of a threat to their back line, and he was that. And again, he had two really quality looks in the first half, and then he had a quality look that he created himself in the second half off the dribble. So, if you finish one of those three, I don't need all three. I just need one of those three, and then we're there. And I'm sure he feels the same way. I mean, there's nobody that feels worse than he does.
Lund's chance was just coming on. It was from what he showed you in training.
Yeah, I mean, Lund's been training well. He's busy and he's active. He hits a heavy shot with either foot. So we felt, let's give him a go and let's see. I think maybe a little bit overwhelmed a little bit first game. So I don't think he got into it or got involved as much as I think he could have. But, it's based upon what he's been doing.
First shutout of the year, does it feel like that's something that's repeatable moving forward?
Yeah, it's great to have a shutout, and then hopefully we'll have more. I think Jimmy Traore got beat up pretty bad today in the game. So he at the end of the game, he was struggling a bit, and we were a little fortunate even to hold a shutout at the end of the game. But that's a good part. We want to take something away. It's good that we got a shutout. But it feels hollow right now because I know the guys sitting in there, they wanted to win tonight, and we were there. It was there for us to take.
How much of that guarantee of victory that you made was about, trying to show your support for the players, and do you feel like they rose to that occasion, or you kind of...
It was all about me showing my support for the players because I believe in the group and I believe in what we have, and so, I thought it was great. I know apparently Jay Heaps thought I was taking a shot at his team. I'm not worried about his team. I could care less what they're all about. What I'm worried about is my team. And so it was about, showing them that I'm behind them and that I believe in them. And, so we talked about starting it off today. Today's the day we start it. We sort of started it with a tie, but we need to start it with a win.
Were you happy, though, with the effort that they turned in light of all that?
I thought through the first 70 minutes, I thought we played well. I mean, I think soccer-wise, it was decent. It was as good as we've played at times. It's just a matter of, like I said again, it's a matter of finishing.
Not to be the dead horse on finishing, but do you think, what percentage would you say might be the team working on it in terms of tactical versus mental, as far as making the finishing work?
It's a combination of both. It's hard to say. We've tried to, obviously, in training, we've done a lot of things in terms of, going offense against defense, playing numbers up, numbers down in terms of going to goal, trying to put them in front of goal, trying to do, trying to play goals in tight, get them into situations where they're comfortable finishing. But the psychological part you can't measure. Sometimes, you do press, and sometimes it's just like, oh, geez, it's just not happening. And so you need, it's like, it's like when you're trying to water your lawn and your hose gets that little kink in it, and you sort of, you're lucky when you're around the corner, you're looking all over trying to find where that kink is, and if you can get that kink out, all of a sudden, then there it goes, and then it all looks so easy. But right now, we just can't find that little kink in the hose.
Osvaldo Alonso had a particularly active game. I think someone said he attempted 116 passes, something like that, and completed a lot of them as well. Today, Jurgen Klinsmann talked about how he would like to already have him in camp. Can you just talk a little bit about what Alonso is doing, and do you feel like he kind of rose, particularly knowing that Klinsmann was here?
No, I think Ozzy played well. I thought for the most part, we controlled the midfield. I thought Ozzy and Shalri had good control of the midfield, and we were in possession of the ball. And he helped us recover a lot of balls. He was good, and he was busy, and he was active. Ozzy and me had talked about that being the strength and always being the hallmark of his game, and not deviating all that much from it. But again, he did his job. He won the ball. He plays it on, and then guys have to do their job from there on.
How much of a benefit is having Shalri there to play with them in that central role?
But Shalri's helping us. I think it's still a little rough at times because he's still getting into his game rhythm and his fitness rhythm. And so for him, to play 2 games this week and play basically around 160 minutes in those 2 games, is going to go a long way towards really improving his game as we move forward. I think he's been a good combination. If we can get Evans out there as well, get some of the others, I think it'll all come together. But right now, that's not the situation. So.
Goal! Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog, and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at soundersfc.com/mobile.